What is good, YouTube? You are back with the Prez Wednesday, second routine of the week, back on the normal schedule, back to a full body training day. Monday's video that I dropped, that was me out in Long Island hitting that full upper body routine. I didn't do any legs. That's because I said Sunday I was hiking, very strenuous hike on the legs. Yesterday, Tuesday, usually I take off. I actually trained yesterday, but I did a full conditioning workout, and it was actually very leg dominant. I was doing some sprints. I was doing a lot of work with the 60-pound ball slam, with the 60-pound ball for that matter, and just general conditioning overall, right? Full body work, but again, very leg dominant work yesterday with the sprints and everything. But again, back on the normal schedule today. Last Wednesday I hit that PR, 265 for 10, and typically what I've been doing now each week, I've been doing a PR one week, and then I've been doing a little bit of back off work, more technique work off the rack. So we're going to be hitting new recent PRs again, just in a different variation of the squat. We're going to be hitting our rack squats today, guys, to start off. 235. This is going to be a typical Wednesday. I'm doing legs early. Right now it's 9:45 in the morning. I'll hit upper probably around 12:30. So around 3 hours from now, I'll be training my upper, right? I'll have a meal in between. I got a client to train, then I'm going to train again. So starting off with legs, 235. We're going to aim for 3 sets of 2 to 3 reps off the rack right here. And again, these rack squats, if you're looking to increase your overall squat power, try this exercise out. You're not going to use the same load that you're using for your max weight. You're going to use sub-maximal loads, but you're going to take it to a deeper range of motion, eliminating all momentum, and you're going to build a ton of power from the bottom position up, right? So when you do have a heavy load on your back, you're going to be very confident coming out of the bottom position. All right, guys, 235 off the rack. Go. Nice 3 reps. I'll just hit 2 more sets of this. I'll happy even if I hit 2s again. Doesn't matter. 2s and 3s. Sub-maximal. Not taking it to failure. I probably could have pushed out a 4th right there, but we're not looking to take the muscle to that much fatigue on this. Remember, this is technique work. You want to be efficient each repetition, each set. So nice long breaks here. 2 more. All right, keeping it at 2s for the second set. I'll probably stick to 2s for the 3rd set. Remember, it's not always about PRing or pushing to max intensities. Sometimes you have to take a step back, work on technique. You could still stimulate the muscle. You could still have adaptation benefits from this type of training, but you do not have to push it. Remember, not every session is going to be focused on muscle growth, getting bigger and getting stronger. That's impossible, guys. That's a recipe for burning out. But to be honest, this comes with experience, right? Because if you're a newbie, you might just think, oh, you got to push hard, push hard, push hard. The more time you spend at this, the more time you're in the game, you're going to learn your body. You're going to learn when you push it, when you're not supposed to push it. And you're going to learn how they play off each other. You still could push it by taking a step back, guys. 1 more set. Let's go. Set 3. Last set, best set. Let's go. 1 more. Let's go. Caught the 3 on the 3rd set. Almost taking that set to complete failure. I wouldn't have had another rep in the tank right there. Perfect stimulus. A little bit more leg work to go today, guys. More upper later. Let's get it. All right, guys, the squat work is done. Remember, squats are going to be a full leg exercise. They're going to hit the quads. They're going to hit the hamstrings. They're not going to really hit the calves or anything like that. But if you only squatted, you would build muscular legs in general, right? But they are going to be more quad dominant than hamstring dominant. So it's always good to incorporate some type of hamstring work, isolation work. I do Romanian deadlifts from time to time, something I haven't done in a few weeks now with these good mornings. So I said, F it, let's just go for some barbell good mornings. So this set I got 115 on the bar, a nice easy 12 reps, really focusing on the stretch, pushing those hips back as far as possible. And then I go one more set. I go up to 125 and I hit a set of 10 reps with 125, which you're going to see next. So these barbell good mornings, it's almost an isolation movement for the hamstrings and the glutes, but it's not an isolation because you're getting the erectors. The whole posterior chain is getting lit up. So if you're someone who's never done a barbell good morning, definitely try this movement out. Again, it's very similar mechanics and movement patterns as a Romanian deadlift in the purpose that it's a hinging movement still, but you have the weight loaded on your upper back now. So as you're going down into that hinge, you have to really focus on keeping that chest up, right? Whereas when you're doing Romanian deadlifts, typically you're doing with either dumbbells or even a barbell, right? So the weight is actually shifted in front of your body when doing it that way in your hands, as opposed to it being behind your body and loaded on the back. So it's a lot more stress on the upper back here as well. So you're getting the erectors, the glutes, the hamstrings, the traps are engaged, everything's engaged here, guys, the rhomboids. So, like I said, this is the second set, 125, and you're going to see right now I got a bee flying in my face. Literally, it was about to land on me mid-set. So I think that was around rep 6 or rep 7, but I had to finish the set. So look, it's still messing with me. But I wasn't trying to get stung during my set. I've gotten stung literally in the middle of training before. I have it on video from years ago. So I wasn't trying to have that happen again, guys. But we'll go right back onto the bar. Finish this 125 for 10. And that's pretty much it. 2 sets for the hamstrings. Like I said, the back squats, they're going to hit the hamstrings regardless, right? So just 2 sets of more isolation work here just to get the volume in, just to get a nice mind-muscle connection in those muscles right there. And again, just a more hypertrophy benefit set as opposed to 3 sets of 3 technical work on the back squats. 1 more leg exercise to go. See you there. Alright guys, moving on, last leg exercise. You already know, about to hit some calves. Single leg, toe elevated calf raises. Got the 40 with me right now. 2 sets weighted, 1 on the third set. It'll be a drop set right after set 2. I'll drop down to body weight. I'm not going to film the whole routine, guys, just because, again, it's calves, single leg. I'm not going to film a repetitive video over and over like that. But I'll film the first set of both limbs. All right, guys, and I just want to mention, like I said, I'm only using a 40-pound dumbbell. Typically, I've only really used 40, 45-pound max on this, and I've been using this weight for months now. Reason being, I'm still falling in that 15 rep range with muscular failure. Ideally for calves, guys, you do not want to go high reps, from my opinion, from my experience. High reps, listen, we spend so much time walking and everything on our legs and our calves. They can endure a lot. They're very endurance-based muscle, meaning they have a lot of type 1 fibers in them, right? So those type 2 fibers, you want to stimulate them with lower volume, right? If we spend so much time, again, in that all day on our feet, walking for hours and hours, and just in general, again, our legs could endure a lot. Find an exercise where you can fail in that 8 to 15 rep range. And I always find that these single leg toe elevated calf raises are the best variation for a calf raise to fall in that, right? And then if you want to put a barbell on your back, put heavy, I like to use the Smith machine or like a calf machine in the gym, put heavy weight on, and again, I'll fall in that 8 to 10 rep range. But if you guys really want to put some size on your calves, I definitely recommend keeping the weight as heavy as possible and getting as close to failure as possible in sub 15 rep maxes, right? Do not do more than 15 reps. If you can do more than 15 reps, you need to add more weight for the exercise. Woo. All right, 10 and 10. I got to start starting this on the right side because the right seems to be a little weaker than the left on this exercise. So one more set, I'll still start on the left, and I'll just make sure I save a rep or two on the left to match on the right, and then a drop set. I'll see you guys, like I said, around 12:30. I'll be training in the park. So full upper body work to come. Let's go. All right, guys, getting to the upper body work. Like I said, I'm going to be training later on in the afternoon. I thought I was going to be training around 12:30. It's 1:10 right now. I ended up playing a little bit of pickleball right after I finished my clients, right? So leg work is done. We're going to finish off with upper body. It's only going to be 3 moves for upper body. We're going to get a high stimulus per movement. We're going to try to hit a nice little PR right now. So this is a new movement that I've been incorporating for the last couple of weeks now, and each week I've been going up in weight or going up in reps. Last week I hit 120 for 3 sets of 8. As I was warming up, it was feeling heavier than it normally feels. Remember, I'm getting leaner. All this external weight stuff, if I can PR for it, because it's a new movement, I'll PR for it as long as possible. But again, there's going to be plateaus that are hitting. They're going to come faster as you get, I'm not really trying to lose much more weight right now. My calories have been capped at around 2,400. I don't plan on lowering them from here. But my movement's high, guys. I get a lot of activity throughout the day. So 125 right now. I would like to get 3 sets of 6. I might even just cap it at 2 sets, seeing how they go. So let's go. 1, 2. Alright, a tough 6, but manageable. I probably could have pushed out 7 right there, but again, I don't want to go too close to failure, especially on the first set. I'll judge how the second set feels, and by how it feels, I'll determine if I'm going to go for the third set or not. But again, no matter what, it's up in weight. 3 sets of 6 is still good progress, even 2 sets of 6, right? So as long as I'm continuously getting stronger at this movement, the muscles are getting a stimulus that they should be getting some type of growth or adaptation from this, right? Even though, again, when you're in a lower calorie deficit, and you're trying to get leaner, you really can't put on muscle. You're not going to be putting on tons of tissue, but you can still get stronger in certain movements when there are new stimulus. But again, like I said, the plateaus will happen faster than usual here, guys. Let's go. All right, guys, second set, 3-minute break right there. Alright, 6 again. Honestly, it didn't feel as bad as I thought it was going to feel for the second set, so we're going to go for that third set. So 3 sets of 6 is the goal. Another 3-minute break here. Let's get it. Alright, guys, third set. I want you to also take note. Even though this is a shoulder-focused movement, right? This is 80%, I would say more like 70% delts and front delts and like 30% upper chest. You can see in each repetition, you can see how much upper chest and how much of the clavicle area is getting engaged. So I don't have to do any incline pressing or anything like that when you're incorporating movements like this, right? Especially when the bar is in front. If the bar stays behind, if you're doing behind the neck press, that's going to be more delt focus. That's going to be probably like 85, 90% delts and very, very small amount of focus on the upper chest. But bringing that bar to the front, you're still going to get a decent amount of upper chest involvement here, guys. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly how the last rep of the last set should look. If you pick an appropriate weight, a challenging weight, the first 2 sets you should have about 1 to 2 reps in reserve. And then by that third set, the exhaustion and fatigue should be building up. And that last rep should be literally like an RIR 1, reps in reserve 1, or an RPE like 9 or 10, right? Where you don't really have any more in the tank right there. 3 sets, 6, done. My shoulders are super lit up right now. And again, I still got a nice stimulus in the upper chest. We'll move on to a pull, and then 1 more push, and that's going to be a wrap for the full body routine today, guys. Minimalist style, again, I hit more leg focused movements today. 3 movements for leg. One for each upper body, one for each upper body main muscle, shoulders, chest, and back. Let's go. All right, guys, first main push is done, seated shoulder press. Now we're gonna get on to our pull. Monday session, that session I did in the park, very high volume, right? I did the 50 reps per time, I did the muscle ups, I did the row and the push-up burnout, right? So that was very high volume, and I did a lot of vertical and horizontal pulling that day. My lats are feeling it, and my elbow has a little bit of fatigue built up in it also, just a little bit of soreness from all the repetitions. And honestly, it's more from training the muscle ups on that really fat bar, right? My grip wasn't used to it, so I was getting a lot of wrist flexion, which naturally is going to cause a little bit of stress in the extensors and everything of the arm, which translates up into the elbow and everything. So we're going to go straight arm pulling now. I'm going to do this in a tuck variation so I can get volume up here, guys. I want 8 to 10 reps for 3 sets. So I'm going to be doing tuck front lever pulls. And also, to do a full front lever pull here, the wall's in my way, right? My body's going to be in the way. And I can't hit that high reps with full front lever pulls anyways. So we're going to keep them tucked, and this is a variation that you guys can work on also. The more you tuck, the easier they are. Probably should have stopped at 8 on that first set, but I'll give myself a nice 2-3 minute break here. 2 more sets. I don't care if I drop off to 8s. Ideally, I hit 10s across the board right now, but it is what it is, guys. Crazy engaging in the lats. You guys may not realize it, but when you're at the top there, you can actually flex and engage the lats. So when your knees are to the bar, you're actually pushing that bar down, getting a deep, deep contraction in the lats there, and then coming down. Just that full eccentric, nice stretch in the lats when you come fully straight down, and then come right back up, guys. 2 more. Let's go. Set 2. All right, so peep it. And you can see the engagement right there. Look at the lats flaring. Now, look. Boom. The second those the shins are touching the bar, my hands are pushing the bar straight down, almost trying to push it into my shins. That's what's going to really lock in and light up those lats and really, really engage and contract them right there. And then again, when you come down to that full negative at the bottom right here, the lats are fully stretching and lengthening up, and here they're shortening. Like I said, at that top, when the shins are in contact with the bar, you're pushing those hands straight down, almost like you're literally trying to push the bar into your shins. That's never going to happen, guys, but it's going to create a crazy contraction in the back. Oh, fuck, that's a hard-ass set, guys. The abs, the core, everything gets lit. The more you're compressing, the more you're tucking, and keeping them solid, keeping that held the whole time without losing it, the abs are getting lit up the whole time. And again, you can cheat this by doing this more as a leg raise. That's not what we're doing. We're literally pulling that bar down, and the pull of the arms is causing the lower body as an anchor to ride up. It's literally a raise by pulling down. That's how leverages work, right? That's what a front lever is. So they're like a lever arm. 1 more set. All right, guys. 3rd set, lats are super lit. It's literally an isolation exercise. Remember, an isolation exercise is a single joint movement, right? Think about like cable flies. Oops, sorry about that. Think about cable flies. Straight arm lat pull down. This is exactly what we're mimicking here. We're mimicking a straight arm lat pull down. It's an isolation exercise. You can isolate with calisthenics. I've been telling you guys this for years. You just need to know how to do it and how to train smart, guys. Let's go. Seven, I gotta finish these 10. All right, guys. 3 sets of 10. We take that. You can always do a little myo rep round on that third set, called 7. Then I had to finish it with 3 reps. Again, those 3 reps, they're going straight to the muscle building stimulus right there, guys. You're doing it with fatigue. You're straight up engaging those type 2 fibers. We got one more movement to wrap up the full body day. Let's go. All right, guys, last exercise of the day. I'm sure you guys know, if you see what I'm starting with right now, I got the backpack on, only 50 pounds in there. We're moving on to the rings. The last couple weeks at first, I was doing heavy on the bar here, then I was hitting 50 reps for time, and then max effort reps last week, all to 50. So keeping it with the 50, we're gonna go to the rings right now, and I'm gonna do 1 max effort set, take it to failure, rest about 1 minute, and then take it to 1 more set to failure. So I'm gonna go 2 full sets to pretty much failure right here on the ring pushes. All right, 15. I'm literally gonna take a 1 minute break right now, and I'm gonna count this as 1 big set. All right, guys, like I said, 1 minute. Look, show the timer. At 43, 42 makes 1 minute. So I got 7 seconds. Ready? 3, 2. There you go, guys. Only caught 7 on that second set. That was fun, like I said. I count that as 1 big max effort set right there. That 1 minute break, I didn't even take the bag off. Does not let any of the blood leave the chest. Literally, it's almost like, what do they call it? I forgot what they call it, blood flow restriction. When you put like a band around your biceps or the muscle that you want to work, and you pump out reps with lighter weight, it keeps the blood in because you're restricting the flow of the movement of the blood to the body. Same thing with these straps are doing. It's so heavy around my armpits that all the blood is staying constricted in the chest right there. That 1 minute break, like I said, I was only able to pay out 7 reps on that second set. And just so you guys can see, 25, 50. 50 pounds for the weighted push, and that wraps up the routine, guys. Minimalist style upper body, but very high bang for your buck movements. See the shoulder press? They're gonna hit shoulders, upper chest. The straight arm lat pull downs, they're gonna isolate the lats. We're also gonna get hitting abs involved, lower back, everything. These weighted ring pushes, you already know, guys. The ring pushes, light the core up, light the chest up, hit the shoulders, everything, guys. So full upper body, everything got hit. Even the rear delts get hit with those straight arm pull downs and everything right here, guys. So full body work, started with legs, ended with upper today. Tomorrow will be a full rest day. Friday we'll wrap the week up. Depending on the weather, hopefully if it's nice out, I'll be at the park. If it's not, it shows rain for the next few days, so we shall see. But like always, guys, I hope you're enjoying the content. Like I keep saying, if you have a question or a comment or something that you want to see specifically filmed, let me know in the comment section, and I'll try to film that routine for you guys. And like always, I appreciate all the support. Like the video, it helps the algorithm out. Share with your friends and your family. You already know, guys. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and peace out. BARNATURALS.
They all love to talk, you know they do that shit the most. Think you on my level, boy, but you ain't even close.